Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back for another card review. So it's been a while since I did a card review. I think I've skipped the previous patch, right? But I'm back. So today I'm going to look at the Lost Saga series, which is the upcoming series that we're going to have, right? So in this video, we're going to take a look at the 5 non-jackpot cards, right? Starting with this card right here, Y Ling, which is a water dragon. So we're going to look at the active skill. Right, so for one round, runestones of the monsters and the leader's attribute possess 50% of each other, respectively. Right, so if the monster and leaders have the same attribute, it will increase to 100%. So it really depends. So for this kind of attributive runestones possess effect of each other kind of thing, I don't see it very useful unless you're kind of countering things like enemy doesn't allow you to dissolve a certain runestone attribute on first batch, something like that. Okay, and for every dragon present in the team, the skill stays in play for one more round to the max 5. Right, so I believe this is one of the more not so useful non-jackpot cards in the team. Right, so we'll just move on and take a look at the others first. Alright, so speaking of not so a more useful card right here would be Melsa. Alright, so this is a dark dragon. Right, so not just the attribute. So let's take a look at the active skill first. So CD5, tap and turn a row into enchanted dark dragon runestones. Alright, so you can see here is quite a powerful skill already. We have enchantment as well as raise runes for a convert. Okay, so for one round, combo count +3. Not a lot, but it will kind of help if you are countering things with like above 10 combos, which is commonly seen nowadays. Right, so the bot, having a full perfect bot, will probably give you about 10 combos. Alright, so we've seen in the recent ultimate stage having to do 10 combos. So +3 will be pretty good, right? Because a simple average spin of 7 will get you to 10 combos. Right, just to give an example. Right, so point number 3, if there's a dragon with above 4000 attack stats in the team, right, the monster's skill CD -4. Right, which means that you can trigger this active skill every single turn. So the only way to have a dragon that has above 4000 attack stats is when you use Novelist. Right, so the Novelist meta is gonna come back together with Melsa. Right, so give you that one row of enchanted dragon runestones every single round. Right, so this is gonna be one of the more useful cards among the non-jackpot. So make sure you get this card if you're playing the dragon playstyle. Right, so next up we have Luomo, which is an earth beast. Right, so a first beast card here. Right, so point number 1, tap and turn one column into enchanted earth beast runestones. Right, so this is a column convert. Secondly, we electrify all enemies. So I believe this is gonna be one of the rare electrifying cards for beasts. Right, so definitely good to collect. So when the effect is in play, damage dealt to an enemy times 1.5 additionally. Right, so you can kind of use this as an additional damage booster in the battle as well. Right, not necessarily using it to electrify all enemies, of course, but if the enemy is not controllable, then this will probably not be in play. So if there are 3 or more beasts in the team, monsters CD -3. Right, so it's kind of half the CD after that. I won't say this is super useful, right? But every time there's an electrifying enemy that requires you to electrify it, then this card will definitely come in play, right? Because we seldom have cards that kind of electrify. We have more burn and we have more ignite and freeze at the moment, but not much electrify cards, right? So this is good to collect as well. Alright, so next up, I don't have the Hanyu pinyin for this particular card, right? So I'm probably gonna pronounce this wrongly, right? Chimeng or Chimeng, probably. So fire beast. So if the leader is dragon or beast, right? So this new series is playing mostly around dragon race and beast race, and most of the cards here are trying to boost up whatever active skill that dragon and beast are missing, right? So if as you can see, it's not really very fantastic. We have most of this active skill in other races, but not in beast and dragon. So they're just trying to supplement these two races. Alright, so let's take a look at the active skill. If the leader is dragon or beast, the monster will turn into a beast form. So this is not a race changing kind of active, just to let you know, right? So when it turns into whatever form, right, for this series, it means just an image change, something like what we have for Dark Da in the previous few series. Okay, it's just a change in appearance. So explode the column below the monster to generate explode the column below monster as well as frozen runes to generate the monsters and the leader's attribute, right? So it's going to randomly drop. So for 2 rounds, sticky runes will be nullified as well as tornado runes, right? So it will not be stopped when you touch a tornado, which is okay, considering we don't really see tornado very often for now. Okay, but it will definitely be useful when you come into a 2 left-right tornado scenario. Right, last but not least, fire and beast attack and recovery times 1.8, which is not a lot, but good to have, right? Considering CD7 1.8 is not really a very big multiplier, right? But nonetheless, you can use this card to get rid of frozen runes if necessary, especially when you have a full frozen board. Right, so a niche pick for this card right here, right? But definitely useful when it's time to use it. Okay, and last but not least, we have Fusho, which is kind of like the light counterpart of the card that I've mentioned just now, right? Which is a light beast. So kind of the same active skill right here, just slightly different. So if the leader is dragon or beast, it will turn into a beast form. Secondly, explode columns below monster as well as electrifying runes instead of frozen runes this time to generate runestones of the monster attribute as well as leader's attribute, right, in random. For 2 rounds, light monsters as well as beasts, damage dealt regardless of quintet elemental shield, right? So this one I feel is more useful than the previous card, right? Because this one not only you can play in the beast team, you can use it in a light mono light setup as well, right? So if you have to deal with annoying quintet elemental shield, this card will be able to solve your problems as well, right? At the same time, launch an extra attack of their own attribute as much as 50% of their own attack, right? So if it's a full mono light or mono beast, it's going to be double the hit, right? So it's good to counter things like multi-hit shields as well. Alright, so overall I find that the Melsa, that Dark Dragon, would be definitely ranked number one among the non-jackpot cards, right, followed by the rest. The rest are pretty niche in my opinion. I think the most the most I wouldn't say useless, but the not so useful cards will probably be the first one that I've mentioned, which is the Water Dragon, right? The rest is kind of niche situation, right? But Melsa, you will definitely see this card in most setups in this particular Lost Saga series, right? If you are wondering which one is Melsa, I'll go back to this particular slide right here. Alright, so this card here would definitely be a must get in terms of non-jackpot cards. Right, so this is gonna be my card review for the non-jackpot cards for the Lost Saga series. Right, so stay tuned for my jackpot reviews. Right, it'll be up very soon. Right, so with that, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.